as you can see, we're where I left off in part 12, at the doors of Pharos. And today, I have switched my equipment back to my Elite Knight armor, my Jester gloves, plus 10, Elite Knight armor plus 10, and my Seldora trousers plus 10, which color match the Elite Knight armor perfectly, even though they're from different sets. I have 2 rings that help me to increase my maximum load. I have a ring, the Governance Silver Serpent Ring, to increase the number of souls collected when I defeat an enemy, and my Ring of Life Protection, which prevents me from becoming hollowed and losing my souls if I die, and the trade-off is that the ring breaks. However, I've got many of them, and they can be repaired. Protective Chime. This is a different miracle catalyst. I normally use the Lightning Witch Tree Belvine, but the Chime that I'm currently using has a faster casting speed, but does less lightning damage. But I no longer have any lightning spells equipped, because I've increased my faith since the last playthrough, and can now cast Soothing Sunlight. Soothing Sunlight is a healing spell, however it also heals your allies, which is good for when I want to summon NPCs. If you remember from my previous episode, I couldn't summon NPCs because I was in a covenant that wouldn't allow me to, the Covenant of Champions. I've been playing in between making these videos, and since the last video recording, I have reached the maximum rank in the Covenant of Champions, and so have left it. I also achieved maximum rank in the Rat King Covenant and left that, and I am now rank 2 in the Bellkeeper's Covenant, attempting to gain rank 3. Now, because I've changed Covenant and I'm trying to attain a high rank in that, I've changed the direction in which I wish to travel. You may not recognize this person. I've been fine, thank you. Rosabeth of Melfia. You may or may not know, if you watched the previous episode, that I used a fragrant branch of Yore to unpetrify her, and she also wanted some equipment because she was dressed in rags. So I gave her some very heavy and very ostentatious armor. It's the Science armor set, so she looks pretty badass right now. You can continuously switch equipment out with her for whatever reason. I have all of those rings. I don't use these items, and I've bought all of her spells. Thank you very much, you too. You be safe too. Hey buddy. So, because I am now in the Bellkeeper's Covenant, I wish to get to an area where I can farm the necessary kills in order to rank up without being online. Normally you would get kills with online play by invading other players' worlds, and those kills would count to your total tally and your rank. I've done a bit of that, but it's about half and half because I'm not very good at online play, and my character is a PvE build, not a PvP build. So with that being said, I've read online where I can fight an enemy that will contribute to my rank going up. And in order to get there, I need to fight my way approximately 50% of the way through the Iron Keep, which you would have seen at the end of part 11. So I'm going to backtrack and go there now, after I've leveled up. I am the king, don't you know? Let's level up then, eh? So, I've got 1,321,000 souls. I've been pumping it all into faith, which I suppose I'll continue to do for the time being. But I can always change it later, and honestly, I probably will change it later, because I'm not really a fan of the faith build. Let's see if there are any more exclusive spells. Now, Soothing Sunlight. If you can see, there's a star here that says the required faith attribute. It needs 40. It usually requires more, but I use an item called Skeptic Spice. And every time you use one Skeptic Spice, you lower the required faith attribute by 1 point. So this previously was about 50 faith required, and I got it down to 40. That's why I can use it now. So let's see if there are any more big spender faith spells. Blinding Bolt requires 65 faith, so that's huge. A miracle that creates a giant soul mass and transforms it into a lightning spouting orb of light. So this is much like Heavenly Thunder, but the directions are random, and it misses almost always. Great Magic Barrier, 28 faith, 25 faith for Sacred Oath, 36 for Sunlight Blade. Yeah, so nothing really. So thinking about it, those 4 ranks into faith were a waste of time. I won't change them back now. I'll do it off camera at another point and put them into something that I feel is more useful to my particular character build, although there are more miracles that I intend to get later on. Anyway, today we're going to the Iron Keep. I only intend to do about 50% of the Iron Keep today. There are some items that are located on Scalding Hot Rock, and there is a way to get them, but it's quite time consuming, so I won't be doing that today. I'll collect them off camera, or maybe I'll show the tactic just once so you can see how it's done. These guys have a really quick attack speed, and it's quite hard to parry them. It might be more beneficial for me to just backstab them, which is quite easy because of their aggressive nature. It's not too difficult for me to get behind them for a back attack. Although my parries seem to be going quite well so far. There is a red phantom in here for New Game Plus players. Hello, buddy. Which I'm not sure if he can be parried. I might try one parry just to see if it can be done. But he is quite easy to get back behind for a backstab. I'll try another parry. They can be parried, that's very interesting. And killed as a result. Thank you very much. Okay, so I don't want to aggro both of these guys at the same time. So let's just get one in at a time. Hey, buddy. That wasn't what I expected to do, what I planned to do. Okay, let's try again. Honestly, I'm getting really lucky, I think, with these parries. Or maybe it's to do with how tired or awake I am. Eek. You can deactivate that torch to get the item, but I can survive it if I'm quick enough. And I'm just gonna pause and watch the video back to see what I actually collected, because I had to rush so quickly. I'm not even sure what I picked up, so I'll be right back. Hello again. So I picked up an iron key, which can be used in the area with the giant flaming salamanders as a shortcut between them and the boss fight area. I suppose it's for people to access the giant flaming salamander area without having to do the drop that you may have seen me do in a previous video. Anyway, let's speak to this merchant. Magarold of Lanifear. So, by speaking to this fellow, I can use a skeptic spice to reduce the required faith for a spell, and simpleton spice to lower the required intelligence for a sorcery, or maybe even a hex. Yes, I don't use hexes or sorceries. I just can't be bothered. I don't even think I can be bothered with faith anymore. The update has nerfed it quite badly. But anyway, he also sells the Jester's kit and the Bandit kit, which I have, a Cursebite ring, an unlimited amount of charcoal pine resins, black fire bombs, and some other items of limited quantities. He also sells a selection of sorceries and hexes, which I have also. And yeah, I like that guy with the big blue sword. You think it's a fake sword? He really loves that sword. So, right, yeah, I suppose there would be. Anyway, thank you. I will catch you around. He's a trader. He seems pretty straightforward and honest, but that doesn't mean he is. Oh dear, I'm messing this up. And he got me there. Right, I could be in trouble here. Alright, let's try and parry one more time. He's cutting straight through my defense for some reason. I can't believe how close to death I am. He's still coming for me. Okay, he's leashed. Very disappointing. Okay, anyway, I'll try to parry again. Come on. Too slow. Too slow. Gonna die here. The fact that he's hit me so many times, I need to parry him or die. Death or glory. that is absolutely not the way to do things. I'm actually supposed to go and fight a boss soon, and I just used all of my Estus flasks. I'm sure there's a... there we go. Invisible wall here. And potentially... an enemy. Although, unfortunately, that didn't do nearly as much damage as I'd hoped it would. But anyway, my faithful bow. This bow does an almighty amount of damage, it seems. Alright, let's try and get used to doing backstabs instead. They are very aggressive, as you can see. Very aggressive. When they die, they have the same death growl as Black Knights in Dark Souls 1. It's the same sound. I think it must be intentional, although I'm not sure the intention. They obviously are supposed to represent Black Knights, but I don't know if the boss that they guard over is supposed to represent the same person that the boss that the Black Knights guard over in Dark Souls 1. They are susceptible to poison, and I always keep a full quiver of poison arrows for such an occasion. I very nearly rolled off the edge then. My lord. So they're both dead now. But this is, oh, I very much, oh, he'll drop down. I forgot he just drops down quite happily. Although, he just dropped down into lava. Quite funnily. Unless, oh dear. Well, that was a waste of arrows. So I can actually lower this platform, and that indeed is my aim. I just need to clear the area. His arrow will do extremely heavy damage to me, so I need to make sure it doesn't hit me, because it will kill me. Well, it won't kill me, but probably 2 or 3 hits from those arrows would kill me, but the poison has done its work. I love being an archer in this game and using poison arrows. They're a lifesaver. Where on earth is he going? He must be quite far away because it's taken. Crap. Okay, he's poisoned. Will he come to attack me? He normally does. There we go. Come get somebody. This is an excellent area to... Wow, he's nearly dead. So I'm getting quite large critical hits from headshots, which is lovely news, you know. Any help is welcome. So there we go. So yeah, I have absolutely no feelings towards cheesing it, as it would be referred to. Just safely dispatching enemies from a distance. I've got no problem with it whatsoever. These guys are highly aggressive. Highly aggressive. I just want to make sure I've killed that phantom before I drop down to the next level. No, he's still going. I thought, oh, never mind. I probably could have cancelled that arrow with a wild lace roll. So let's just switch this out for a cat ring. Because this is a fear drop and I can't actually latch onto the ladder unless I'm at the point at which the ladder begins or ends. Anyway, again, I don't think this is the typical route that is expected. I never know from game to game. Cool, some cool items. If chests are going to change into trap chests or not. So I always check. Let's pull this lever, and that'll drop one side of the platform down. Strangely, there are enemies in here that appear to be unaffected by the flames. Let's begin. This is, if it wasn't already quite apparent, this is one of my favorite areas to farm souls. This will quench the flames, I believe. Let's see what happens inside. Okay, there we go. There is another knight in there. The door is below me, so it appears as though, and there's a chest down there. Oh hey buddy, do you have a bow and arrow? You don't have a bow and arrow, do you? So if I pull this lever, the platform should lower at this end also. So let's just wait and see if he's gonna get completely finished off by the poison. He is indeed. Bless you. And let's go into this furnace area where this fellow will attempt to destroy. Oh, I've never seen that before. Deadly. Very deadly. It was just a simple kind of bomb strike, but he reduced my stamina to nil in a single strike, leaving me defenseless momentarily. However, my character, Twinkling Titanite and Petrified Bone, excellent. My character is strongly focused on agility and speed, puzzles one. So let's go down here. And here, in quite an average area, nothing special about it, is the dull ember. I don't know if you remember an NPC rambling on, flame, flame, on and on like that. He's a smith, and he can... Oh, I don't think I've had one of these before. Does more damage. Doesn't have a 130 lightning modifier like this. And it also has more poise damage, but obviously it weighs more. Big bow requires great arrows rather than regular arrows. This is my baby, and I'm going to use a Ferris Lux down here to activate this water. That's going to come in use for me when I decide to start trying to get treasure out of the lava. You roll yourself in it, and then that actually technically counts as you being wet, which is very handy for... It will reduce your damage massively when you get into fights. It might even help me in this upcoming boss fight, I'm not entirely sure. Alright, Lucatiel, are you ready? This buff works on Lucatiel, and my heal will work on Lucatiel as well, which is what I always wanted. This is the Smelter Demon. He's nothing. This might hurt me. I'm fine. I think that just means that you take damage when you're near the enemy. So I can ensure Lucatiel's safety here. So I'm just going to pop one off just for funsies. And because I very much need one at this point. You clocked me pretty hard there. I just want to see if she heals at a distance. She does appear to heal at a distance. Although I don't appear to have healed as much as her. Oh, nice. I rolled too soon. Easy. This guy's a dead man, although he did get me with that. I'll let Lucatiel take the burden for a while I heal myself up nicely. As you can see, she's not going anywhere. Switch to two-handed. Ran out of stamina at that point, but victory has been achieved. Thank you, Lucatiel. You're a darling. Whoop whoop. And that's how we roll. Also, I noticed before on New Game Plus, the pursuer again. I love this weapon's little stab attack. It's really, it's really handy. I don't know if he's quicker than before. I'm not sure. Just about keeping up. I'm gonna have to leave him alone for a moment while I let my stamina recoup. Yeah, I only seem to be able to get one attack in at a time for some reason. Not ideal, but again, his attack patterns are really predictable, which means I can get plenty of time in for healing. Yeah, no stamina left at that point. Hey, buddy. Switch to two-hander so I can do a bit more damage. So, oh, staggered him. That's nice. And that was, sorry, I was actually concentrating a fair bit then, so I realised I didn't speak much during that fight. Hopefully you had some visual ASMR from watching someone fight a boss, fight a guy with swords and stuff. I'm sure you did. Let's just sneak this guy because he's here and we can, and he gives 5,600 souls when I kill him, which is absolutely nothing to sniffle at, turn your nose at, I'm not sure. So this door opens from this side, and whilst we're here, why not, let's try and get a parry, shall we? Did not work. It's hard to tell because there we go. Not all attacks are parryable, and I'm not sure if there's a set rule for which attacks can be parried and which attacks can't be parried. I haven't looked into it. I just know that there are some attacks that definitely cannot be parried, and I'm uncertain as to which they are. My parry timing is off completely here, so that's why I'm not getting a parry now. That one is quite like a dash, so it seems like it wouldn't be parryable, but you know. Okay, so, but that was a different one to before. That was a thrust. So let's see if we can parry some of his other ones. Again, too slow by me. Again, way too slow by me. Again, these knights are very aggressive. Too early by me. That was fucking amazing. I'm trying not to laugh out loud, but that was just ridiculous. Okay. Anyway, it's a little bit of a shorter one today, but again, thank you very much for watching. and I hope that you liked it, and I hope that it has relaxed you. And again, I'm sorry that it isn't as long as normal. Please forgive me. Only joking, I don't care, I just wanted to use that gesture. See you guys.